Welcome to episode 375. Did you know that Ayurveda can help you achieve the ultimate glow up? I'm going to share with you how an Ayurvedic glow up goes beyond the physical glow, incorporating mental and emotional health so that you're glowing and feeling good from the inside. So please stay tuned. Hi there, I'm your host Colette, and on this podcast I will be sharing the teachings of Ayurveda, yoga, and holistic health practices. Now, if you're new to Ayurveda, I recommend checking out the first couple of episodes where I do an introduction to Ayurveda and the mind-body types. Thanks for listening, and now here's a new episode. Welcome back to the Elements of Ayurveda podcast. It's Colette today for a solo episode. And yes, I'm talking all about how to achieve the ultimate holistic glow up with Ayurveda. Glow up is a very trendy term right now. And I want to talk about how Ayurveda, with its holistic view on health, incorporates all aspects of our health to help us achieve not just a physical glow up, but also an inner glow up so that we're radiating from the inside. Because Ayurveda focuses on holistic health and getting to the root of any imbalances, and not only healing the body, but also implementing a foundation of self-care practices to make sure that any imbalances don't reoccur. Once imbalances are healed, then there's an educational journey with Ayurveda on how to navigate life with your unique constitution, and you're building awareness along this journey. And Ayurveda answers all the questions. It is definitely the manual to life that we never received. It answers questions on how you should eat for your unique constitution, what climate is best for you, what career best suits your constitution and your tendencies, and much more. So with a holistic Ayurvedic glow up, you'll receive healing on a physical, mental, and emotional level. You'll receive education, empowerment, and not to mention you'll be radiating health and good vibes by balancing your inner and outer health through holistic practices. So in this episode, I'm going to take you through how to incorporate Ayurveda for a complete glow up transformation. And the glow up transformation starts with cleansing, especially after the holiday season when our body needs some TLC. Here are some simple tips that you can incorporate. First thing is to start your day with a hot water to hydrate your body. And that will also help to stimulate a bowel movement. We want to make sure that you're having a daily bowel movement. It should be easy to eliminate, well formed like a ripe banana, and you should feel like you're eliminating fully. Now, you can add lemon to your hot water for a vitamin C kick to benefit your skin. Or if lemon is too pungent for you, if you suffer from acidity, then you can use lime. Now, if you have a sluggish digestion in the morning, you could add a slice of fresh ginger to your hot water to help stimulate your agni or digestive fire. And you want to make sure that you don't eat until you feel hungry. Your body's just not ready for food. Stick with 3 meals per day, and eating in tune with your constitution is best. But in general, when doing an inner cleanse, having warm, easy to digest foods like broth, soup, khichdi, and stews made with lots of fiber-rich vegetables to provide roughage to help move things along the intestinal tract. And of course, purchasing your produce from a farmer's market is ideal, and hopefully the produce is organic, or at least you know what they're using on the produce, and it's in season and local as well, which is great for the environment. You want to eat your main meal at lunchtime when your digestive fire is strongest, and you want to avoid comfort foods and ultra-processed foods, as well as refined sugars. It's also good to give your body a break from caffeine and alcohol, both of which are very dehydrating. And of course, the alcohol puts a lot of pressure on the liver, and we want the liver to be cleaning our blood during a cleanse. So avoiding alcohol is really important. Now, these tips will certainly help, but if you want a tailored cleanse with support, then you may be interested in my upcoming discounted group Digestive Reset Cleanse starting January 31st. This is a group cleanse, but it comes with a 90-minute online consultation with me so that I can check on your current health status and tailor the recipes, the self-care, the mindfulness, the yoga, and so on to you and your lifestyle. This group cleanse comes with a private community for support and accountability. And it's a great way to start the new year and a great way to achieve that Ayurvedic glow up in one fell swoop. As the one comment I always get from participants, and when I do the cleanse myself, is that the skin and the eyes are glowing after a cleanse. So if you're interested, then check out the link in the show notes or visit my website, elementshealingandwellbeing.com, for that group discounted cleanse starting January 31st. Go to the events page. And if that date doesn't work for you, you can do a private cleanse. It's the same program, and you just get to choose your own dates and have me one-to-one for support. So register today and book your 90-minute online consultation before it's too late. Okay, moving on with the tips. So you also want to strengthen your agni, your digestive fire. I gave you the tip earlier of the hot water and adding the ginger if you're not hungry. And of course, if you're doing the digestive reset cleanse, that will reset your digestive system and strengthen your agni. But other tips that can help strengthen your agni are, again, not to eat until you feel hunger. And really tuning into your true signs of hunger, making sure, first of all, that's not dehydration, because sometimes thirst can be confused with hunger, or that it's not emotional eating. And it's important to keep well hydrated by sipping on warm water or herbal teas throughout your day. CCFT is a well-known Ayurvedic digestive aid, and that's made with cumin, coriander, and fennel seeds. And you simply take 1 teaspoon of each of these whole seeds, add it to a pot with 4 cups or 1,000 milliliters of water, and boil for about 3 to 5 minutes, strain and serve. CCFT is used in cleansing as it aids digestion and promotes the breakdown of or toxins in the digestive system, which aids in detoxification. Another way to strengthen your digestive fire is to practice conscious eating by sitting down to eat and avoiding distractions like multitasking and working while eating, or scrolling or listening or watching to stressful things like the news, as this will only affect how your body digests. And so it's best to sit in a calm environment and chew your food slowly. Now, it is okay to sip on a warm drink while eating, but avoid taking big amounts of liquids in, because this will dilute your digestive juices and affect your digestive strength. And of course, you want to avoid any cold or ice drinks, because that will just douse your digestive fire completely. Digestive spices are great to stimulate the digestive system. And just to name a few, like ginger, black pepper, cumin, fennel, and cinnamon. Now, I talked about digestive spices in detail in episode 24, so check that out where I covered a lot more spices. You want to make sure also that you're not overwhelming your digestive system by overeating. The Ayurvedic recommendation is to eat what can fit in your 2 hands cupped together. And that's basically a bowl full of food. And so eating out of a bowl rather than a very large dinner plate can be very helpful. You also want to stop eating 3 hours before bed, so ideally around 7 p.m. And taking a short walk after eating is really good for your digestive system. Ayurveda recommends just 100 steps after eating. This can help to aid your digestion, reduce gas and bloating, regulates the blood sugar, lowers blood pressure, and supports mental health. So getting into the habit of taking a short stroll after eating is really helpful for your digestion and your overall health. The next tip is to get enough restorative sleep. And making sure you have good quality sleep starts from like 6 p.m. When that kapha energy rises between 6 to 10 p.m., we want to start unwinding. That's part of the circadian rhythm, the daily energy cycle. If you're not familiar with the circadian rhythm, check out episode number 8 where I discussed it in detail. So from 6 p.m., you definitely want to stop working and you want to start unwinding.
Ideally, as I mentioned earlier, you're not eating 3 hours before bed. But if you find that you need something, you could have a warm drink like golden turmeric milk with some digestive spices and nutmeg, because nutmeg is a natural sedative. And this will help satiate you without overwhelming your digestive system. Obviously, this warm drink with digestive spices will be easy to digest, and it's also a comforting drink to help calm the nervous system and to help promote sleep. I'll put a link to the golden turmeric recipe I have in the show notes. Then 1 hour before bed, turn down the lights and really limit screen time, giving your body the signal that it's nearly time for bed. This is a great time to stretch, read, listen to music, or do your mindfulness practices like yoga, meditation, or pranayama, breath practices. Limiting the sensory inputs at this time will help to calm your nervous system and set you up for a good night's sleep. Now, getting to bed by 10 p.m. before that pitta energy rises is really important, because that pitta energy can give you the illusion of a second wind and have you tossing and turning, trying to get to sleep. And now that you're getting to sleep by 10 p.m., you want to wake up early, aligning with your body's natural rhythms. The timing varies depending on your location, season, age, and so on. But in general, getting up around 6 a.m. is best. Remember that kapha energy is rising 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. The longer you sleep into kapha time, you could be taking on some of that heavy, sluggish energy. So bed by 10 p.m., up by 6 a.m. is ideal. And then incorporating morning exercise and mindfulness practices. Now, this will depend on your unique constitution and your current health status. And I always tailor a morning and evening routine to each person I work with. But here's some general advice for a morning mindfulness and exercise routine, which can help you stimulate your circulation and lymph, which is really important to boost your immune system. It can also help you release stress and build up resilience to stress also. I think it's great to start your day with some sun salutations to get your body moving and lubricate your joints. And the quiet morning is a great time to do a mindfulness practice also. Now, this, of course, will depend on your schedule. And so you can choose whether it's best for you to do mindfulness in the morning or the evening, or maybe both if you have time. A mindfulness practice could consist of meditation or pranayama, which are breathing exercises. And I always recommend a gratefulness practice in the morning, which can really help to boost your mood. Of course, a mindfulness practice could also be a quiet walk in nature. Exercising is ideal in the morning when the kapha energy rises, again, between 6 a.m. and 10 a.m., because this is that grounding energy of kapha, which will support physical activity. On this glow-up journey, it's important not to overexert yourself with exercise, as this can take energy away from your inner cleansing and deplete you. So it's best to stick with exercising at a pace where you can speak in a full sentence. I discussed Ayurvedic guidelines for exercise for each dosha in episode 14. And it's also best not to exercise after 7 p.m., as this can be too stimulating for your nervous system and affect your sleep. So now let's move on to glow-enhancing self-care routines. Well, Ayurveda recommends dinacharya, the daily self-care practices, which I discussed in detail in episode 16. But dinacharya are holistic self-care practices which give us a great healthy foundation, promoting good digestion, a calm nervous system, clarity of mind, great energy, and an overall sense of health and well-being. And here are the practices recommended by Ayurveda in the morning. The first one being tongue scraping with a tongue scraper or a stainless steel spoon from back to front, around 5 to 7 times, rinsing the scraper each time. This will help to eliminate ama or toxins from the tongue. And then nasal cleansing is recommended with a saline solution in a neti pot or squeeze bottle to help clean the nasal passages and sinus cavities. Using oil after nasal cleansing helps to moisten and lubricate the nasal passage and sinuses. And this can be done by rubbing good quality ghee or sesame oil inside your nostrils with your pinky finger. As I mentioned earlier, sipping on your hot liquid is part of your dinacharya, again, to hydrate your body and stimulate a bowel movement first thing in the morning. And then doing your Abhyanga oil massage before bathing, using an organic cold pressed oil is important, as these oils are not heat processed, which can change the qualities of the oils. So in general, for the Vata dosha, using a sesame or almond oil is good. For Pitta, a sunflower or coconut oil. And for Kapha, a mustard or sunflower oil is good. Putting the oil on your skin, circling on the joints. And again, I discussed this in detail in episode 16, but allow the oil to sit on your skin for about 15 to 20 minutes before showering. And then taking the shower and that hot water helping to drive the oil deeper into the tissues. That oil is not only nourishing the surface layer of skin, but all the tissues of the body. Along with nourishing the skin and deeper tissues of the body, Abhyanga calms the nervous system and aids with detox by removing impurities from the plasma and the blood. Now, if you don't have time for this in the morning, it can be performed in the evening before bed. And it's a great relaxing routine in the evening, especially for having sleep problems. And then maybe you could have a bath with Epsom salts if you have more time in the evening, because Epsom salts contain magnesium, which help to draw out toxins from the body, relax the muscles, relieve pain, reduce stress, and help improve skin health. And talking about skin health, I'm now going to give you some glow-enhancing skin health tips. Healthy skin is an inside job, and that's why after a cleanse, everybody notices how their skin is glowing. However, there are certainly external Ayurvedic tips that can also help the skin. And I'm going to break down the tips per dosha because it's very different. Vata skin is naturally dry, delicate, and prone to premature aging, especially in colder months. And so here are the recommendations for Vata skin. The first one is moisturizing your skin. And as I just talked about in dinacharya, using the practice of Abhyanga, the oil massage, daily before showering is really important, and using oils like the sesame oil or almond oil. For the skincare routine, use cream or oil-based cleansers, and hydrating masks are really beneficial too. In the diet, you want to include lots of healthy fats like avocados, nuts, and seeds, and keeping the food warm and cooked and spiced really help to nourish Vata. Hydration as well is really important for Vata skin, drinking plenty of water and herbal teas like chamomile or licorice, which help to maintain internal moisture. And for Vata dosha, it's ideal to drink up to 3 liters of liquids per day. That's 100 ounces of liquids. And also for Vata, it's really important to avoid any excessive wind or cold exposure. So really covering up if you're going out in cold weather. Pitta skin is prone to sensitivity, inflammation, and redness, particularly in hot climates. So for cooling measures, you want to use cooling herbs and oils like coconut oil or rose water, both of which are cooling. And aloe vera gel is really soothing for hot and inflamed skin. Choosing mild, herbal-based cleansers and clay masks with sandalwood or turmeric can help reduce redness and acne. You definitely want to use sun protection and natural sun protection like zinc oxide, or wear protective clothing to shield your skin from the harsh sunlight. And in the diet, you want to avoid spicy, oily, and acidic foods, incorporating cooling foods and hydrating foods like cucumber, watermelon, and herbs like mint, coriander, or cilantro. And for Pitta, it's important to practice stress management and practice calming techniques like cooling pranayama or the Shitali cooling breath, as heated emotions can manifest on the skin also. And remember that Pitta dosha has a close connection to the skin. So managing those heated emotions is really important to help reduce any inflammatory skin conditions. Kapha skin is often resilient, but it is oily and prone to clogged pores and dullness. So exfoliation is really important here, and exfoliating regularly with natural scrubs. And using lighter oils like jojoba for moisturization to avoid clogging pores. Using herbal cleansers to keep the skin clear, and astringent toners like witch hazel, which can reduce oiliness. In the diet, you want to favor light, warm, and spiced foods to stimulate circulation, and limit dairy, which can be congestive, and sugary foods, which can aggravate oiliness. It's important for kapha to increase circulation because there can tend to be a sluggishness in the blood and the lymph, and to create sweat as well, to clear the pores. So regular exercise to stimulate circulation and sweating can really help to reduce that sluggishness. Now, if you want to know more about Ayurvedic herbs for the skin, check out episode 304, where I discussed aloe vera, bakuchi, mangista, neem, and rose. Moving on now to glow-enhancing hair and scalp care. So once a week when you're doing your abhyanga, perhaps on a weekend when you have more time, it could be really good to massage your scalp and hair with the same oil you're using on your body. Again, like with your body, allow the oil to sit on your scalp for about 15 to 20 minutes, giving your scalp a nice massage with that oil and running it through your hair also. But before you get into the shower, put the shampoo on your oily hair before the water hits it, because this will help to trap the oil and it's easier to remove it then. It's really important to never sleep with the oil on your scalp overnight. And you can also check out episode 316, where I discussed other Ayurvedic herbs for healthy hair. Ayurvedic herbs can have wonderful rejuvenating benefits on the hair and also the body, the mind, to help you achieve your Ayurvedic glow up. And these, of course, are best prescribed by an Ayurvedic professional to make sure that the qualities and actions of the herbs are beneficial without causing any further imbalances. And finally, I want to talk about a glow up for your home. So while you're doing this holistic Ayurvedic glow up from the inside out, it can also be very beneficial to glow up your home by purging any unwanted items or repairing any broken items, and moving items around as well can help to shift any stagnant energy in your home. Including some air purifying plants is a great addition to your home. Not only will they purify the air, but they also help reduce stress and make your home look great. Plants like Boston fern, aloe vera, spider plant, and snake plants are good choices to help purify the air. So there you go. There are my tips for the ultimate Ayurvedic holistic glow up. By aligning your lifestyle with Ayurvedic principles, you can achieve a natural glow up that reflects both your inner health and outer beauty, and that's sustainable and increases your longevity and vitality. So I wish you all the best on your Ayurvedic glow up journey. Now, if you want an approach tailored to you to take all this guesswork out of it, then check out my online services. First of all, I have that group discounted Digestive Reset Cleanse happening January 31st. That's a great option because that's a complete holistic glow up in one package. And we go through it as a group in a private community for support and accountability. And again, if that date of January 31st doesn't work for your schedule, then you can opt for a private cleanse. It's the same structure. Both come with a 90-minute online consultation. With the private cleanse, you get to choose dates that work for your schedule, and you have me one-to-one for support. And if the cleanse doesn't appeal to you, you could do an online consultation with me where I focus on healing, education, and empowerment. And I put together a strategy for your food, lifestyle, exercise, self-care, mindfulness, and so on that's tailored to you. And that's what's important to make sure it's sustainable. If you like to study by yourself, I recommend my online Daily Habits for Holistic Health program. It's a 28-day self-paced program with the objective to help you live in tune with the circadian rhythm and educates you on how to become your own healer. I also combine my consultations, the Digestive Reset Cleanse, and the Daily Habits for Holistic Health program in my Reset, Restore, Renew program. Now, I know that's a lot of information, but on my website, I do have a comparison chart where you can see what you get with each service and decide what's best for you. And if you have questions before you book, then check out my free 15-minute online services inquiry call. We can hop online and I can answer all of your questions. So I hope you found this beneficial. If you think it will be helpful to family or friends, please share it with them so we can spread this wonderful wisdom of Ayurveda. And if you're getting benefit from the podcast, I would really appreciate a rating and review wherever you listen to your podcasts. And thank you in advance for that. If you haven't already subscribed or followed the podcast, please do so. And the new episodes will automatically download for you every week. And come join me on social media. You can find me on Facebook under Elements Healing and Wellbeing. And my new Instagram page is Elements of Ayurveda Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and wishing you a happy and healthy 2025 and beyond. Take good care of yourself, be well, and bye for now. Slán go fóill.